When we are afraid of other people, we are completely giving our power away. That is what it means when you constantly hear this being thrown around. Stop giving your power away, call your power back. I used to hear that and I would say, what does that really mean? What I have learned through my own experience, through my wisdom, through helping so many clients is that we are sourcing our love, our approval, even our money from other people. If we are placing our value or our feelings, our mood, our emotions of that day because of what somebody else says or does or their reaction, that is what it means to give our power away to them. We are allowing another human being to dictate our inner state and our experience, when in reality, no other human being has power over us like that. Our power comes from within ourselves, from our higher power, whatever that means to you, whatever you call your higher power. Some will call it God, some will call it source, some will call it universe, some will call it love, some will call it joy. Some will just know that there is something out there guiding them. It doesn't really necessarily matter what you call it, as much as you know that your power comes from within you and not from outside sources. So if you want to work on calling your power back and you want to start being unaffected by other people, it's going to require courage. It's going to require confidence. It's going to require coming back home to who you are, remembering that you are worthy. The fact that you are awake today, that you are breathing, that you are alive means that your higher power has a reason for you to be here, or else you wouldn't be continuing to wake up. No matter what your past is, what you have done or what you haven't done, or what somebody else has done to you or has not done for you, you are worthy of receiving love. You are worthy of carrying out your purpose. You are worthy of being forgiven right now in this moment. So the way that you can start calling your power back from other people is to know this, to be so solid and secure and confident in this belief in yourself. When you are sourcing your own love and joy and peace and happiness and approval, you then no longer need it from other people. But not only do you not need it from other people, you are not affected by other people of what their beliefs are or what they say about you. Something that used to be really hard for me, especially as an empathetic woman, where I can really feel energy. I can feel when somebody's mad, when somebody is sad. I can start to feel tears welling up within me, and I don't even see the speaker on stage is about to start crying, and then they start crying. I can feel it. And I guarantee if you are watching this, you've been led here, you probably can really relate to that, being an empathetic kind of person. And so it can be really hard because as an empathetic person, I used to be a huge people pleaser. I didn't want to feel uncomfortable. I didn't want to feel other people's pain. So I would tiptoe around what I really wanted to say. I would hold my voice back or whatever I was really feeling because I wanted that other person to like me or for them to be comfortable and for them to not think of me a certain way. All that did, though, was create depression and anxiety within my body because I was stuffing how I really felt. It wasn't having an outlet to really get out of my body. And so I just want to preface it that it does take confidence and courage to really speak your truth, if you will, and say and share what you really want without having the fear then of somebody else's reaction. So one of the things it comes down to is if somebody does something that you do not like, instead of continuously just allowing them to do this behavior and for you to water it down how you really feel, this is where you have an opportunity because you can see that it's not going away. It's not going to go anywhere. You have an opportunity to share something. When you can know that they have no power over you, you then will be okay with hearing no. They could tell you they don't want to change their behavior. They're not going to change their behavior. They could tell you that you are being selfish, that you are being critical, that you are being rude. They can project onto all sorts of things, and they might not want to change the behavior and might not like it. But on the flip side, you at least have the opportunity to potentially have them shift their behavior. But you will never know and never even get to that point of having that opportunity until you speak up and you share something. This also is a gift to you, because when you know you can handle somebody saying no to you, or somebody not liking you or saying mean things to you, that is when you are in your power. You are free to speak, you are free to share, because you're not afraid of what somebody else might think or say about you. But again, that's only going to happen when you are so confident and secure within yourself. And if you're not at that place, that is something that you're going to start to want to work on. And of course, a great starting place is my 3-week self-love course, where you do learn a whole foundation of how to learn to love yourself, and how to shift your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your identity, so you can become that version of yourself who is able to set boundaries, who is able to hear no. One of the things with being feminine, or tapping into your feminine energy, is your ability and your willingness to hear no. So often we won't go to the masculine and ask for certain requests or certain things. We will just suck it up because we're too afraid of hearing no. We will tolerate bad behavior or things that are not supporting us and do not feel right within ourselves, because we're too afraid to feel no or to feel rejected. One of the things I really want to empower you to right now is that you can handle no. You've been rejected before, you've heard no before, you've been able to handle it. You can handle no. What is no longer going to serve you is holding back how you really feel, or if something's bothering you, that's going to stir up within you. And you know that you are so worthy and you are so valuable that you deserve to feel free, to feel expressed, to feel safe. And if you aren't feeling that way in certain relationships, after you even have some of these conversations and you speak up, that is then when you want to evaluate, is this relationship serving me? Am I stuck in this relationship, or am I just telling myself I'm stuck? Is there a way out of this relationship, or is there a way I can set boundaries or distance or zoom out from this relationship, because I'm not feeling safe, I'm not feeling seen, I'm not feeling heard, valued, respected, adored, all of the ways that our creator wants us to feel. You have the ability, you have the choice, you have the decision. A lot of times we think that we're stuck, but it's just because we keep thinking the same thoughts, and we have made our situation permanent, when in reality it can be temporary. But it requires courage and confidence to think outside of the box, and to think of other opportunities and situations and choices to get out of this relationship, or to do something to change the dynamic. Sometimes it can feel really heavy, really hard, and you get to a rock bottom moment until you really change, until you really shift. Let's not have you have to get to that rock bottom moment, and to access your courage and your confidence right now. So if you have been feeling swayed by other people, if you have been letting other people dictate your behavior and your decisions, if you have been letting other people have a certain sense of power over you, where you feel a fear or you feel inferior over them, right now in this moment is your opportunity to release that, to come back home to your own power, to who you really are, to know that you are worthy, you are valuable, so that you are able to say no, you're able to hear no, you're able to speak up, you're able to set boundaries, and you're okay if it ruffles somebody's feathers. You know that you can handle it. So go ahead and do what you need to do. Maybe you need to journal, maybe you need to go on a walk, maybe you need to go have that difficult conversation. Go ahead and take the action. Don't let this truth, this knowing, this wisdom just sit within you, and you say that you'll do something later. There is no later, there is no right or best time. Go ahead and take the necessary action. The next best step is all that you need to do.